Hi friends, good morning. So I have a quick message for my young adult creatives. Listen, it is very important that you keep your talents as your North Star with all of your creative pursuits. I have some notes, so that's why I'm looking down. Okay, so two things. Number one is know who Jesus is in your life from a personal level. Okay, me personally, I identify Jesus as my redeemer. Jesus is a redeemer to me. He shows me constantly over and over and over again. He shows me that he goes before me. That's how I feel like Jesus is manifested in my life. Okay, number two, when you are doing creative things, right? You have to know that rejection and little support will happen. Everybody is not going to understand the beautiful things that God has put inside of you to work on. And that's just what it is. Sometimes it's not for them to understand. Sometimes it's just simply something that you have to work on. And let me tell you why this is. Okay, so we're going to be taking from Exodus chapter 30, verses 1 through 6. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I am going to be just taking a teaching from this place for my young adult creatives. Okay, so a million no's is worth that one ordained yes. This is so because we all know that quality is over quantity, right? So me personally, I wouldn't want a whole bunch of hands touching or a whole bunch of people in my atmosphere who are not ordained to do the work that God has trusted me to do. Okay, so you can be presenting something, a project, or getting funding from so many different individuals, but it will not be worth anything if they are not having the right heart posture for the project that the Lord has told you to work on. They will not bless it the way that it needs to be blessed. So for an example, if you have managers, if you have creative agencies behind you that are not ordained for the things that the Lord has specifically told you that He wants you to bring to a certain atmosphere, then those people will be tainting the promises that God has for you to receive. So quality over quantity. A million no's is worth that one ordained yes. Okay? Going back to our teaching scripture for my young adult creatives, going back to Exodus chapter 1 verse 6. Oh my God, I want to read it to y'all so bad, but I can't because I have a couple of things to... Actually, I can. So, so verse 1, then the Lord told to Moses, see, I have chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. God, He has chosen a specific person for a specific task, meaning that He has ordained, He has touched, He has equipped that person with all the things that they may need to carry out a specific task on His behalf. God gave him supernatural wisdom and artistic talent and purpose. Okay? He equipped him with things, and then He gave him purpose. Much like when you watch your favorite, and these are from like my young actors and my young directors, young adult creatives who want to be in the film industry. Like when you watch these superhero movies, they always get equipped with a power. After they get equipped with a power, they have a purpose. Okay, much like our everyday lives. Even when you watch your parents go to work, or even if you're working, like you get the tools that you need, you get the learning, the teachings that you need, and then you have to apply it. These are just regular principles that we have to live by. This is just what we're here for. We're here to do. We're here to work, right? So Bezalel, full of wisdom and full of purpose. Now, God brought in His appointed helper, Oholiab, to help and assist Bezalel. So this is going back to our 1,000 or 1,000,000 rejections is nothing compared to that one ordained yes. going back up the top of where this all started, it started with God, the Lord. The Lord said, this person I have anointed, this person I have appointed, and God gave him Bezalel, his divine partner. So when you are pitching anything, a portfolio for grants, when you are pitching your projects, when you are partnering with these agencies, these companies, if they do not get your vision, the vision that the Lord has instilled in you, a future actor, future director, future filmmaker, future photographer, if you are any of these individuals with a creative God-given talent, just know that you may have a lot of rejection because these creative talents come from God in its source in itself. The Lord gave him an appointed helper. That is his ordained yes. The ordained yes is a yes throughout the whole entire journey. Remember that. The ordained yes is throughout the whole entire journey. So you will get an ordained person to help you out. You will get ordained peers to help out whatever he's bringing to that industry. You will get ordained favor. It's a yes through and through. When God has spoken, when he has said it, it's said and it's just done. You get what I'm saying? So when you go over to one of those a million no's and you're like stuck on the rejection of it, okay, you can pray your way into that. You pray your way, or you conform to be involved with it. It's going to be by your will every single time. And that's not what you want, because it's always going to be like an off-brand of the real thing. Okay? So then they taught others. This is why the one appointed yes and going through that journey is so important. Because what happens is that now you get to teach the very thing that the Lord has ordained for you to take over. So now you are an instructor of that thing, and you can share it. It can be multiplied. Okay, these are just the laws. You're supposed to multiply. Okay, so in so many different ways, you're staying in God's provision and his success when it comes to your creative pursuits. So, all in all, for my young adult creatives who are looking at being in the entertainment industry, my young movie directors, my young actors and photographers and people in the film industry, even if you are in the music industry, if you are a young author, anyone of any creative pursuits, if you're good with AI coding, all of that, rejection means nothing compared to that one ordained yes. Okay, so I love you guys. I hope you grasp this wealth of wisdom that I just gifted you, and just do much with it, right? Just do much with it, and I will see you on the next video. Got some videos coming up this week, but I love y'all, and I just wanted to share those words of wisdom. Love you guys. Bye.